Talking about the fact that Elvis Blue has got a brand new single out, and it's not the Elvis Blue we've kind of known over the years. This is it. It's amazing, isn't it, eh? It's called The Tide. I love this track. It is absolutely awesome. 20 minutes away from 12 o'clock. It is KFM Brunch with Tim Tabeti. Of course, Ian Bredenkamp today. And to be quite honest with you, I've run into a story that Ian was actually going to do, but I'm actually glad I got my hands on it because I think it's a remarkable story. We hear a lot of stories, but for some reason, as a parent, this one struck a chord inside of me. And it is my absolute pleasure to introduce to you Karen Moss, who is a mom, first and foremost. Karen?
Yes, that's right.
Sorry, Karen, let me get the right mic for you over there. Let's give that a bit of a try. Can you?
Yes.
There we go. There we go.
Thanks, Tim. Yes, I'm a mum.
Welcome to the show. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. It is World Clubfoot Day today, if I'm not mistaken. And this story began with you and your own child some time ago.
Yes, my son is 13 now. When he was born, he was diagnosed as having bilateral club feet, which meant that both of his feet were turned over and pointing inwards and downwards, and he needed treatment so that he would be able to be mobile as a child and an adult. And after doing some investigation, I couldn't find anything other than quite a major surgery to correct both feet, and I just was something inside me drove me to see if I could find an alternative for him that didn't involve such a major procedure. And I was very lucky at the time because just around a couple of years before that, there had started to be more awareness around this method that was available in America and Iowa, which this man had actually been doing for over 50 years already and hadn't really been very well publicized. And I found him. Yeah.
So a solution for 50 years, but in other parts of the world, not just South Africa, but in all over the world, they were doing invasive surgery in order to correct, to treat club feet.
Exactly, and in the developing world, it was even worse because there were children having no treatment at all because there weren't surgeons to treat the feet.
My goodness, hey. So you found the doctor in question, his name?
His name was Dr. Ignacio Ponsetti.
Man, who subsequently passed. I mean, at that stage when he treated your child, he was
already 89 years old. So I was very
goodness.
relieved that he was still alive and working at the time.
But now what you did was you took his procedure or his process and you introduced it to South Africa, and for that matter, Africa.
Yes, I was so inspired by him, and my son had such quick, effective results that I just thought I can't come back home and not try to bring the method to the country. And I started to work with orthopedic surgeons, and my son is now considered the alpha patient of South Africa. He was the first patient, and from him, all these things have happened, which is really quite, it's an amazing thing for our family to think about, that it's had so much impact on other kids.
So the procedure, it's non-invasive. It literally is a cost that adjusts the foot. If I'm listen to me, like trying to explain it like I know. But if you could briefly.
No, you're right. It is a cast. Traditional clubfoot treatment always did include casting, but it was a different way of holding the foot and manipulating it. What Ponsetti did was he really studied the anatomy of the foot and worked out exactly how the foot should be manipulated and positioned in the cast, so that what happens is when the cast is removed and replaced every week, the foot is shifted slightly, and within about, some kids 4 weeks, some kids 8 weeks, sometimes a bit longer, that foot is pretty much straight. And then what happens
your son was
after
a month.
He was in the hands of the master. It was very quick.
Oh man, that is absolutely remarkable. So to conclude, please explain Laces for Braces for, because I think this is a beautiful campaign, and this is how people can help bring awareness to it, but also raise funds towards it as well for less privileged people.
Yeah, we had an amazing idea from one of our partners in America with this slogan, and we just ran with it because it immediately got our imaginations going. And we designed a bright shoelace, which is turquoise with pink tips. It's met the standards of my teenage son, so it's pretty cool looking. And the idea is, the reason for those colors is the Clubfoot Awareness logo is pink and blue. That's used worldwide, so we tied into that. And the kids can buy them for 40 Rand a pair and wear them with their usual sneakers or whatever shoes they want to wear them with, and raise awareness for Clubfoot. But not only that 40 Rand, just about all of it except for VAT goes straight into our Clubfoot program and helps us to buy braces for the kids that don't necessarily have the financial opportunities that a lot of other children have. And the braces are essential because they have to wear them at night until they're 4, because even after the treatment is successful with the casting, it's very important to wear these little braces because that it keeps the foot in position.
So the question is, how many children are actually affected by one or other form of clubfoot? 1 in 500.
Yeah, we've worked on that as there's no real full data available, but from various studies, that's an average of 1 in 500. So it's very, very common. It's often not spoken about, and this is really the thrust of our campaign, is to try and get it into the community and get people talking about it and understanding it a bit more.
I love it. If we are looking for more information, we can literally go to steps.org.za.
That's right, yes. And you can also, our Cape Town office will be able to take calls if anyone wants to buy laces. We still have some, so they are available.
On Facebook?
Yes, it's we just Steps, I think, on Facebook, Steps South Africa maybe. I can't remember what our thing is, but on Twitter we're doing an Instagram campaign, and we're actually asking the kids to tweet photos of their laces for braces, and we've got a few prize vouchers for them as well, because we want to just get it sort of into social media in an interesting way.
An inspiring conversation. Karen, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time, the things that you have done for people affected by Clubfoot on World Clubfoot Day today. My head goes off to you.
Oh, thank you. And really nice visiting you. And thanks for the interview.
Absolute pleasure. We return in just a moment.